Hi, I'm Marilyn, the 2-Tip Lady, with simple tips to help make your life more simple. Question for you. Do you ever feel a bit blah and your energy has disappeared and life just seems too much effort? Well, I sat out in my veggie patch the other day. Yeah, I just sat. I didn't do anything, I just sat. For a while anyway. Because that's how I felt. I didn't feel like working in it, but I did do some thinking. We're developing a property in the bush at the moment. It's fun but hard work. And sometimes the energy just wanes. Thankfully, the veggies grow like crazy, even when we feel a bit blah and growing in life seems too hard for us to do. I have 2 tips today that guarantee you're going to feel a whole lot better very quickly without spending a single cent. Now, before I spill the beans on my first tip, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was at school, like 100 years ago, almost, a boy in our class loved to sing, and his favourite song was this: "If you want your boomerang to come back, well, first you've got to throw it." Only here's how he sang it. Well, I'd love to sing it for you, it was so funny, but he had trouble pronouncing the R, so he would sing, "If you want your boomerang to come back, well, first you've got to throw it." It was his little moment of glory, and we did learn to love that kid. Here's my version, though, of the words of that song. If you want your vim and vigour to come back, well, first you've got to grow it. So my first tip is simply this: get out in the garden and grow it. Sit there if you must. That's what I do sometimes. And eventually thinking helps me get into action. The green leaves waving in the breeze help my brain become more cheery, and the blue sky above and the birds singing close by in the tall eucalyptus trees brighten my mind. Believe me, I know, because this has been one of my best medicines for many years. Didn't God just know the best environment to maintain healthy energy and healthy minds and bodies when he put the first couple in a garden and gave them the job to maintain it? And we have the example of Jesus when he was about to face the most tremendous persecution and trouble. He spent the night in the garden. There's something about spending time in the garden, day or night, that refreshes our minds and bodies. In the quiet stillness of the night, the Holy Spirit speaks hope and courage into our hearts. Okay, so here's the second tip. Eat what you grow. Yes, even while sitting there in your garden, you could snap off a couple of lettuce leaves, a bit of parsley, a piece of curly, crunchy kale, a snap pea or two, and put it all in your mouth and chomp it all up. Of course, you could take it inside, chop it up, drizzle it with some delicious dressing and enjoy it in a more civilised fashion. But the most important thing is to eat what you grow. So here's my 2 simple tips for getting rid of the blahs and getting more energy today. What are they? 1, grow a garden. And tip number 2, eat the stuff you grow. Your mind will brighten, your body will enjoy the fresh, snappy nutrition. In many ways, you will feel a whole lot better very quickly. I know I've proved this over and over, and so can you if you do it. That's it from the 2-Tip Lady today, who loves to help make your life more simple.